Hey everyone, it's James here, your go-to guy for all things tech and of course software. Today we got a pretty cool topic to dive into. I know a lot of you have been asking me about how to get into photo editing without, breaking the bank, and I totally get it. Professional software can be super expensive, and you're just looking for something that's, let's say, a bit more wallet friendly, right? So after rummaging through the internet and trying out a bunch of different tools, I've managed to round up some of the best cheap photo editing software that's actually worth your time and more importantly, your money. And I'm telling you, some of these are gems. They're like hidden treasures in a sea of, overpriced software. Now, before I jump in and start raving about these cool finds, just a quick reminder, you can find links to all products I'm going to mention down in the description below. So don't worry about scrambling to write them down or anything. They're all there for your convenience. All right, let's get started and transform those good photos into great ones without emptying your pockets. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's dive right into Adobe Photoshop Elements. It's actually pretty neat if you're looking for a budget-friendly photo editing software that doesn't skimp too much on features. First off, the interface is super user-friendly. It's kind of like Photoshop's little brother, It's less complicated, but still gets a whole lot done. It has this quick edit mode, which is great for speedy touch-ups and basic adjustments. So you don't have to dive into the nitty-gritty to make your photos look good. Now, when you're feeling a bit more adventurous, there's the expert mode. It's not as daunting as it sounds, promise. It actually offers more advanced tools that give you more control over the editing. It's like stepping up your game without having to jump into the pro league with the full version of Photoshop. And the guided edits. Those are super helpful. They're like little tutorials that guide you through more complex edits and effects. It's perfect for learning and getting better at editing without feeling too overwhelmed. The thing is, though, Elements is kind of like, it's a balancing act. It gives you a good chunk of Photoshop's capabilities without that subscription cost, which is a huge plus, but keep in mind, some of the super advanced features are trimmed down or not there. But for most users, especially if you're not a pro, it's not a deal breaker. All in all, Adobe Photoshop Elements is a solid choice for like hobbyists or those starting out with photo editing. It's easy on the wallet, friendly for beginners, and still packs a punch with the features it offers. So if you ask me, it's definitely worth considering if you're after something that's easy to pick up, but also lets you grow your skills. Okay. Let's dive straight into PaintNet. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for a solid photo editing software that's not going to break the bank, PaintNet is like a really solid choice. It's pretty much geared towards those of us who find something like Adobe Photoshop a bit too complex or, maybe overkill for day-to-day photo editing needs. So one of the things I really like about PaintNet is the interface. It's super user-friendly, right? You're not going to be overwhelmed with tons of tools and buttons when you first open it up. And despite being, simpler, it packs a decent punch with features. You've got layers, which is huge. You can undo like a gazillion times, which is a lifesaver. And there are plenty of basic adjustments and effects to get the job done. Now, when it comes to performance, PaintNet is actually pretty lightweight. It doesn't hog system resources like some of the bigger software out there. This means it's great for older computers or for those of you not running, high-spec machines. Plus, it's regularly updated, which is awesome because you're not stuck with outdated tools and it kind of continuously improves over time. Lastly, I got to mention the community around PaintNet. It's actually pretty cool because there's a bunch of plugins available that can seriously expand what you can do with it. And these are developed by users who are, passionate about making the software better. So while it might not come with every feature out of the box, you can customize it quite a bit. Yeah. PaintNet, definitely one of the best cheap photo editing options out there for sure. So let's talk about GIMP, which stands for GNU, Image Manipulation Program. Now, this software is often brought up when folks are looking for an affordable, actually a free alternative to Adobe Photoshop. And yeah, you heard that, right? It's totally free, which is a massive plus for anyone who's just starting out or if you're on a tight budget. Now, diving into GIMP, the interface might seem a bit, let's say, daunting at first, but don't let that scare you away. Once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's actually quite robust. I mean, it's packed with a ton of features like advanced photo retouching, drawing, and even support for various file formats, which is super handy. Plus, you have the ability to customize the interface And with all the plugins available, you can really enhance its functionality, which is pretty cool. But all right, let's be real for a second. There's always, but isn't there? GIMP isn't without its downsides. For example, if you're used to the slickness of Photoshop, GIMP's user experience can feel a little clunky in comparison. Plus, the learning curve can be steep if you're jumping in from scratch with no previous photo editing experience. And let's not forget some of the more advanced features that professionals might need aren't always as fleshed out in GIMP as they are in paid software. In conclusion, though, GIMP, well, it's an impressive piece of software considering the price tag or lack thereof. It could be the perfect solution for hobbyists, freelancers starting out, or small businesses trying to keep costs down. The community support is strong, and there are tons of resources out there to help you learn. So yeah, if you're looking for something that won't break the bank, but still allows you to get your creative on, GIMP is definitely worth giving a shot. All right, everybody, that just about wraps up our dive into the best cheap photo editing software out there. I really hope you found some solid options that can fit your budget without compromising too much on those nifty features. Again, don't forget, if any of these caught your eye, you can find the links right down there in the description below. Super easy to find, just one click. And hey, if you've got any questions about what we talked about today, or you want to share your experiences with any of the software, maybe you've got a gem that I haven't mentioned, go ahead and just drop a comment. I'm down there pretty often, and I love seeing what you all have to say. Of course, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future software reviews and tutorials. Also, definitely check out my other videos. You might find something else that's perfect for what you're doing, whether you're looking to edit photos, videos, or, maybe just organize your digital life a little better. I've probably got something that can help out. And yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep creating and take care.